بعد از عمری مجاهدت حسینی و دائمی و خستگی ناپذیر، روح بلند و ملکوتی کوه نستوه ولایت، پدر مهربان امت، رهبر و امام مسلمین حضرت آیت الله العظمی سید علی حسینی خامنه ای در راه سربلندی حرم جمهوری اسلامی ایران شهد گوارای شهادت را نوشیدند و به ملکوت اعلی پیوستند.
A senior U.S. defense official is telling our Jen Griffin that the U.S. government agrees with the Israeli assessment that the Ayatollah is dead, along with 5 to 10 other top Iranian leaders who were all meeting at a compound in Tehran today. Let's bring in Mark Levin now, host of Life, Liberty, and Levin. Jump in on the coverage and the breaking news. Welcome.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, this is a big deal. Khomeini's dead. It's like Hitler was killed or killed himself. This is a big deal. Now, we do know how this government is created. There's been many papers written on this. It runs like the mob. He created a government that is loyal to him. He made all the calls, all the shots. So you have these guys negotiating over here. They had no control over anything. And while they were negotiating, we're making progress, he was giving a speech in Farsi saying, we're keeping our nukes, we're keeping our uranium, we're keeping our ballistic missiles, and that is that. And this is what they do. That's number one. Number two, he had a successor. It was his son. And we believe his son was killed too. Number three, the whole loyalty apparatus to him is gone. It's like the mob. That's the way he built this thing. Mm-hmm. And he had an inner circle, then a next circle, then he had the military circle, and he built it that way so these people would be loyal to him, and he used his fundamentalist ideology as the basis for promoting his personal power. That's exactly what he did. So they can be defeated. They may have somebody lined up, but they're not going to have the loyalty that he had. That's number one. Number two, what is all this off-ramp stuff? I mean, when you're in a UFC fight, it ends one of two ways. You beat the crap out of the guy and he's knocked out, or they surrender. Now, if they want to unilaterally surrender, then that's fine. Like with the Japanese, they wouldn't unilaterally surrender, so Truman put an end to it his own way, all through World War II and so forth and so on. You want to end a forever war, you end a forever war. And these guys are losing. As far as I'm watching our network and other networks, their response is utterly ineffective. They're shooting shotgun blasts. They're hitting their own allies. Their allies are turning on them. I don't see mass casualties in Israel. I don't see mass casualties anywhere. Nothing like there was in June. So I'm using my own mind, my eyes and my ears, and I'm saying they're getting the crap kicked out of them. The top echelon was knocked out. The supreme leader is supreme no more. He's supremely dead. And that whole infrastructure has been attacked. The whole top infrastructure has been attacked. The Israelis accomplished that. Our military's beating the hell out of various objects of our that we're targeting, military and so. This is number one, a massive success so far, a massive success. These Arab countries are backing us. They're literally backing Israel. Number two, Khomeini's gone. He's the key. He's the mobster boss. Number three, I know the media, the Democrats, they want an off-ramp, I don't even like that phrase. When did we start using that phrase? We're in the middle of a war. Oh, we have an off-ramp. Off-ramp? Let them find an off-ramp. It's very easy. We surrender. That's the off-ramp. Now, one other thing. These Democrats, they support illegal aliens, criminals, and now a terrorist regime. They're sitting there trying to figure out how to sabotage the President of the United States and the United States military in the middle of a war that we're winning. And Schumer says, we're going to call everybody back and have an emergency meeting about what? Under Article 2, Section 1, the President of the United States is Commander-in-Chief. Under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11, Congress can declare war. Okay, they can declare it or not declare it. And they only declared it 11 times in our history. And the last time was World War II. They didn't have a problem when Clinton was dropping bombs and Obama was dropping bombs and Biden was dropping bombs. No problem. The fact of the matter is, The War Powers Act of 1973, every administration, Democrat and Republican, have believed that that is utterly unconstitutional. Congress and the president have not brought this matter before the Supreme Court because they don't really want it resolved. Yeah. But when I watch Democrats come on and say, this is unconstitutional, this is an illegal war, and we keep quoting this guy Massey. Massey is an extreme libertarian. Or Rand Paul, an extreme libertarian. Or what's this guy, Ro Khanna? Ro Khanna is a pure Trump hater. These aren't constitutional experts, in my opinion. They're not even serious people. The president has every bit of constitutional and legal authority to do exactly what he is doing. And by the way, notice, who took out Khomeini? Who's taking out the leadership? Who's assassinating them? The Israelis. Why? Yeah. Because it's a question under American law whether you can do it. So they're very careful. This has been lawyered. What the Democrats are doing is they're looking for any possibility to do what? To sabotage our military, the commander-in-chief, and this country as we are successfully waging a war against a tyrant who's killed over 1,000 Americans, maimed thousands of Americans, wanted nuclear weapons to blow us off the face of the earth. We should be celebrating this. Yeah, if this isn't to unite us, what the hell is going to?
Hey, Mark, if I could, let's get back to the breaking news here, and that is the Israeli assessment and that the U.S. concurs that Khamenei is dead. And what comes next after this? We talked about the idea that there may be a long line of successors of clerics who are just lined up ready to go after this. But there comes a point as well that if you look and you see that the top leadership has been decapitated, then the rank and file of the levels below say, you know what, this is not worth it. And you have the overwhelming momentum of the Iranian population that has bristled against the repressive tactics of this regime, and they want something different. And they maybe all get together, and then you reach critical mass, and there's an overthrow, as there was in Iran back in 1979. That said, I remember in Iraq, well, the problem is Saddam Hussein. If we get rid of Saddam Hussein, everything will be great. And as we saw, it went to hell in a handbag. So what do you see as the possibilities here?
You know, I find all these analogies to be a little troublesome. No situation is exactly the same. In a military operation, like a sporting event or anything else, you press your advantage. We have the advantage now. It's not even close. So we're going to stop. And we're going to say, we need an off-ramp. We're going to stop and say, well, maybe we can negotiate victory. Victory or complete surrender without conditions. That's why we have our men and women on the line, their lives on the line. That's why the Israelis have their men and women, their lives on the line. It's time to get this over with right now. If I would have told you a day ago that Khomeini would be dead, that, in fact, the response has been fairly anemic, that the so-called moderate Arab countries would be ganging up on Iran. If I told you that so far as we know, not a single American casualty...
点击以下资讯栏链接，可看这个影片的完整背景与后续引起的回响哦。